All right, so let's jump into today's training. So again, the focus today is on really the traders, developing a trader's mindset. This is really only going to be, as I mentioned, only going to be like part one. There may be several parts to this, depending on how much we get through. But as we are, days away from 2024 kicking off the new year, uh, do you have your ducks in a row? You have your trading house in order? Are you ready to begin? If you're a new member here, again, welcome. Love having all the new folks here. But I'm also excited just for our existing members. We've not really delved too deeply into mindset with you. And I want to talk a little bit about that. And we'll do a couple series on this. I don't know if we'll do them all right in a row or we'll stretch them out a bit, but I want to make sure we go through this. I'm going to share my screen, and I'll share screens for a little bit on some of these things as we go through. But before I jump into mindset training, I'm going to do a little bit of a pre-training piece that I've done before. I do this in other industries, so this is not specifically trading related here, but I just want to talk about trading or training and growth before I jump into mindset with you guys on it. And can people be trained? And one of the things I want to make sure that you're here, I think you all are, and I don't know how many people are on here right now. I think we've got a good number of people on here. So I know we have more people that keep joining us. So 53 people on here right now with more people joining in. But if you're not open to learning and training, then you really are untrainable. Otherwise, I believe everybody can be trained. Everybody can learn something new here, but training's not a passive activity. Just watching this or listening to information is not training. And I think one of the things that I see a lot here is in the Discord group is a lot of questions and a lot of things that come up that we've covered that, and a lot of that's in training. And I know it's always hard to want to start slow and really read and watch things, but in order to be great at something, you can't just dive in. Again, there's nothing wrong with some live fire training as well, because I don't think you actually become good at combat or anything unless you're under live fire scenarios. You can practice all you want, and I'm not a fan of paper trading necessarily, but I'm not saying don't do it. But I think if you trade small and you dip in a little bit at a time, there's nothing that replicates live trading, okay, which is the same as live training, because training is just not a passive activity. Watching or listening to what I'm saying, or Igor or Gabe, okay, it's not training. You got to put it to use. It's got to be active. And there's a great quote from Frank Zappa: "The mind is like a parachute, and it doesn't work if it's not open." So I think it's a good phrase to keep in mind, that you got to have an open mindset. And I'm not going to really get into the expert delusion syndrome here, which is something I train on outside of here. But a lot of people think they're an expert because they've been doing something for a long time. Okay, but no one's an expert on everything. I'm not. Igor's not. We're all. And Igor's a smart dude. Okay, and I think he'll admit too he doesn't know everything. Okay, nobody here is an expert on everything. Okay, we are always learning. We're always evolving as we go. But you stop learning once you think that you know it all. And you stop taking personal responsibility when you think you've known. I've been doing it for 20 years, 30 years. I've been doing this for over 30 years, and I still learn something new every single day. I spend hours on YouTube and reading books and in these Discords and other places to try to learn something new. And I learn a lot from just the members here. So I think we have an awesome member group. We're going to talk about what the importance of trading with other people is. But if you adopt the phrase that you don't know what you don't know, I think you're going to be much better off down the road, that, hey, there's always something to learn. And the growth mindset here, keys to cultivating a growth mindset. And I've got an ebook that I'm going to put out. It's about 27 pages long on trading mindset. So I'm going to make that available to all the members of the Income Navigator service. I'm not going to release it outside of here, but I will make it available to you guys. And there's a lot of other books, and I'll talk about some of the other trading mindset books that are out there. But keys to cultivating a growth mindset. Number one, is that challenges and learning are exciting, not threatening. Okay. And I know some of, as a new member, you're thinking, what the heck is this 112 thing? These strangles are crazy. I don't want to do this. This is risky stuff. I've never traded futures before. Okay. Yeah, it's all scary new stuff, but adopt the mindset, the growth mindset that challenges are learning and not exciting. Okay. Or they're exciting, not threatening to you, and that you want to grow and learn from that, and that setbacks are a way to learn. And I'm sure we could fill up a chat here full of setback stories from everybody. Okay, I have lost hundreds of thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands. Maybe I don't think I've lost a million, but I've lost hundreds of thousands of dollars trading. Okay, in 30 plus years of trading. I've reduced an IRA 50% of its value once or twice. Okay, I've done some things that aren't great in trading, but you know what? I've learned from every one of those things, and a goal here is for me to share a little bit of what I do in trading. Then Igor and Gabe and all of the members, as you guys are sharing what you're doing, we're all learning from that, so that hopefully a lot of people don't make the same mistakes. But sometimes you got to make a mistake, because that's the way to learn. And I know some of you have made a mistake where you didn't take a trade off and you knew you should have, or I knew I shouldn't have gotten into this trade. Well, why? It's not just because you had a feeling. Do you have that trade plan? So I want you to focus totally when you're here, and when you're in our group, I really want you guys to focus on the process and not the outcome. It's great that we share our success stories, and I think there's, in the member testimonials area, I think there's some great stories in there. I'd love to see more people share story. I don't need you to share a story about, hey, I had a 400% winner. No, I want to know how your account is doing. Member testimonials, you don't have to go on Trustpilot or something like that. I just want you to share what you're doing so that everybody can see that other people are having some success here. And I think that's a key to being in a group. And I think being in a group is important. And we're going to talk about that in mindset. But I want you to focus on the process and not the outcome. The outcome is going to take care of itself. And when I talk about my trading plan, and I'm a rules-based trader, okay? You got to have rules. Okay, you can't fly by the seat of your pants. I'm a rules-based trader, and that's what has made me successful. I am terrible at trying to make adjustments on the fly and doing things that aren't part of who I am and my rules. I got to stick to rules, and if I follow my rules, I'm going to be in good shape. And part of my trading plan, the whole key beginning of it, when you read through the trading plan, is I'm focusing on creating a weekly or a monthly P&L. Okay, realized gains is what I'm focusing on. Okay, that's my process. If I focus on the process it takes to generate these gains on a monthly basis, okay, then the outcome is going to take care of itself. I'm going to be up 30, 40% each year, 80% last year. Okay, I'm gonna have good years. Am I going to have some tough years? Maybe. Okay, but not if I follow my rules. Okay, it shouldn't be a bad year. Okay, it may not be as great as I want it to be, but as long as I'm following my process and not worried about the outcome, I think it's important for everybody here to make sure that is absolutely your focus. And you can rewire your brain through learning. So I want you to make sure that you're able to do that and you have that growth mindset. And we know that growth begins outside of your comfort zone. You got to put on that first 112, that first futures trade, that first strangle, small size. Okay, get into it. Okay, that's where you get out of your comfort zone. As we were talking in Discord today to, I believe, a new member there on how do I get started. Okay, I'm kind of giving you a process to get started here, where it takes months to build up to what we want to have working as a system for us and our rules-based trading plan. Okay, but you start small. You just start with one trade. Okay, then maybe next week we're going to put on another trade, and then next week we're going to put on another trade. So we're going to put on a bunch of 112 trades maybe every week. We're going to put on one long-term 112 trade, but that's 4 months out. And then maybe you can sprinkle in some strangles or some naked puts or something like that. I don't know what your account sizes are. Okay, you pick a little bit at a time. Igor's got a SPY naked put campaign that he does. I was doing the same thing with ES and MES for quite a while, where we were doing those Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I was actually doing it Monday through Friday as well. Okay. Igor doesn't put them all on at once. Okay. He didn't just go crazy on putting on, 10 SPY trades. It's one a day or one a week or one Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You start slow, you start to build up, and learning begins outside your comfort zone. You got to have one or two come off. And I get it that you're paying money for a Discord service and you want immediate satisfaction, because the world wants immediate satisfaction and results. Okay. Because everything today is instant, instant, instant. I got my cell phone, I got my watch, I got everything here, I got my iPad. Okay, I can get instant access to everything I need. I want instant gratification. Okay. If that's your goal in trading, it's going to be tough. Okay. Your mindset has to be follow my process, get outside my comfort zone, okay, and get started. And I don't know if anybody here has ever read the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. Okay, but I do training on some of these things, and if you know the 7th habit, okay, yeah, 0 DTE is absolutely instant gratification. Okay, the lumberjack story. Okay, so the 7th habit in Covey's book is sharpening the saw. And there's a story about, not necessarily a Covey story, but there's a story about far, in a kingdom far, far away, there was a king, and he wanted to have a competition to crown the greatest lumberjack in the kingdom. And he sends out for people to sign up, and he picks the 2 top lumberjacks in the kingdom. He's going to have a competition to see who's the greatest lumberjack. And he sends them into the forest with their axes, and they each have a giant tree that they have to cut down. Same size tree for each. And they blow the horns, competition starts, and you just hear chop, 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 chop. Okay, so they're both chopping. And the one lumberjack is just chop, 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 chopping away. Okay, and the other lumberjack, you hear chop, 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 chop. And then there's a pause for a minute or two. And then chop, chop. So he's taking a break about every 5-10 minutes. He's taking a break while the other one's just nonstop chop, 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 chopping. Okay. Then there's a thunderous noise. One of the trees has fallen. Everybody rushes into the woods. They all run to the one lumberjack who's been nonstop chopping, to congratulate him. And he's exhausted, and his tree's still standing. They're wondering, what the heck happened? They all run over to the other lumberjack, who kept taking breaks every 10 minutes or so. And he's sitting on top of the tree that he's knocked down. And they're all incredulous. And the king's like, how could you have won? You kept taking breaks every 10, 15 minutes or so. He says, oh, my dear king, I wasn't taking breaks. I was sharpening my axe. Okay. And that's the goal of training. That's the goal of seeking continuous improvement, and both professionally, personally. And I like to relay that story because I want you to understand that it's okay to take it slow at the beginning here. Oh, but I'm losing my monthly subscription fee. You're not losing anything. You're investing in yourself here. Some of you joined in the last 30, 60 days, and some of you will cancel when your 30 days is up. Oh, I didn't, I got everything. I'm just going to take it and run. And there's people watching my YouTube videos that think they got it all. Man, that's nothing like what it's like being in this group for a long time. And I've been in this group for years. Okay. There's people been in here a lot longer than I have. I came in as a member. Okay. Because I'm learning something new every day, and I'm sharpening my axe. I'm sharpening the saw every single day with you guys. And I'm learning something new. There's cool stuff that's being posted everywhere. So anyway, the 7th habit of Covey, just making sure that you guys are on it. And yeah, then Thunder, same thing. Yeah, if you're paying your tuition either way, okay, you're either going to go out and do it yourself, screw it up, and you're going to lose thousands and thousands of dollars, or you're going to spend 100 and some bucks on a monthly membership, okay, and you're going to make yourself thousands and thousands of dollars, and let us screw up for you so that you can learn from what we've done. And that learning mindset formula, the last thing I want to share with you before I really jump into the trading stuff here is, once you realize that you don't know everything, you can then become open to new ideas, new knowledge, new skills. I don't care how long you've been trading for. Okay. And The learning mindset here is number one, you got to learn something daily. What have you done to learn something daily? Are you posting your trades in member trades? Okay. Oh, I don't share my trade. Why don't you share your trades? You know, when I first started here, I was a member and I was sharing my trades. And then I was getting people commenting, well, why are you doing that? Why did you do this? How are you? And it's making me think, well, what could I have done better? Or maybe that member had a better idea. Okay. There's always somebody here that's smarter than you. And I like to say, we've heard the phrase before, if you're the smartest person in the room, you are in the wrong room. Okay? Surround yourself by really good people. And if you want to hold yourself really accountable, post every trade and why you enter it in member trades. Flood that channel with great ideas and trades, and be willing not to take criticism, because hopefully no one's here to criticize your trades. Hopefully people are going to ask you why, and then they're going to want to open a forum. They're going to want to discuss that. I mean, a lot of you guys have opened your own little forum here to discuss ideas that you have. Those are fantastic ideas. There's enough ideas in the forum there, okay, to run a service on, okay, besides the stuff that we're teaching. So it's really good stuff. It's the people out there that think they're getting it for free on YouTube or some other service or something that's inexpensive. Okay? Or I'm going to get it all out of a book. You can't get it all out of a book in YouTube. You got to actually get in where the smart people really are. And smart people aren't going to share everything on YouTube and put it out there. You're not going to get the feedback that you want. So anyway, I'm not here promoting a service. What I'm telling you is invest in yourself. Learn something daily. Practice it daily. Implement something that you've learned daily. And then go back and repeat the whole thing over and over and over. If you can do that, you're going to find yourself in a much better situation, and you're going to improve your trading substantially. All right, so let's jump in, and I'm going to jump in a little to like I said, I have an ebook or a book. It's about a 30-page book on trading mindset, and I'm going to skip to chapter 2 here. So give me a second, and I will share it. And we'll go through it. So I'll share some of this with you guys. Okay. Understanding the trading mindset. So in chapter 2, I really get into the fundamentals of the trading mindset and understanding that this is a critical aspect of trading for you. And what is a trading mindset? Well, it's really the mental and the emotional framework that you adopt when making decisions in trading or in the financial markets. It's your beliefs, it's your attitudes, it's your emotional responses related to trading. And as I talked about just a few minutes ago, it comes down to those two types of mindsets, either a fixed mindset or a growth mindset. The fixed mindset traders, believe that their trading abilities and their outcomes are already predetermined. Setbacks are permanent. They give up after 1 or 2 losses. Hey, I put a strangle on and I lost 3 strangles. I quitting. Hey, it's the fixed mindset that is that I can't do any better. I can't trade 0 DTE. I quit. Okay. And for some of you, it's actually okay to stop those things, but only if you have a growth mindset and you've learned from your mistake. And a growth mindset means, you're learning through dedication, hard work, learning from your mistakes. Setbacks are opportunities for improvement. Okay. And that gives you the chance to be more successful. Okay. It's okay to fail. Just don't fail going all in with 10 or 20 contracts. Go in with 1 contract or a smaller underlying and hone your skills. And as a new trader, it's really essential for you guys to recognize that your mindset is not fixed. It can be developed. It can be trained. It can be transformed out there as well. So adopting that growth mindset is really vital for the training journey that you have. So let's talk about some of the emotions in trading. I'm going to share my screen with you here and the impact of some of the emotions on trading. So give me a second. I'll share my screen. And this is right out of the ebook. So emotions can play a significant role in your trading, and it's really going to influence your decision-making process. And there's 4 primary emotions for traders here. And the first one is fear. So fear is a really powerful emotion, as we know, and that can cause you to make irrational decisions. The fear of losing money can lead to hesitation or paralysis when you're executing a trade. It prevents you from taking advantage of profitable opportunities. You're sitting on the sidelines and you're paralyzed with fear. And some of you totally get that in this Discord. This is your first time in a trading service, and maybe it's your first time trading futures. Okay. And I'm sure there's a number of you, and I know many of you that have now been here for a couple years. I remember when you first came in. I remember some of the fears around trading futures and what's going to happen if I get assigned, and what do I do, and what's my notional value, and what's going to happen, and what are the risks, and it freezes you from actually being able to get out there and experience what is possible in your trading. And prior to maybe this service and maybe a few others out there, is I've never traded futures before, or I'm just used to trading mutual funds, or I'm used to trading stocks, and I love the wheel strategy. And I'm going to do a video on why I don't like the wheel strategy coming out soon. I'm not saying it's a terrible idea, but there's reasons I don't like the wheel, and I like some of the things that we do instead. And I also really don't like individual stocks. And many of you that have been here for a couple of years, you get the journey with me of I've traded individual stocks here with some of these strategies, and you know why I stopped, because they killed me. So fear is your number one emotion that's going to impact your trading. Number two is greed. Okay, so don't let fear prevent you from trying something new. Okay, get out and try it. If you fail, fine. As long as you're a rules-based trader, okay, or as close to it as you can be, knowing, what is your entry? Why do you enter? What is your stops? Okay, why do you exit for a profit? Know those things before you go into a trade. Okay, unless it's just something you're just testing and you want to check out and how it does, but you should still have rules, okay, that govern the basic entry criteria, exit criteria, and adjustments if that's something you need. So don't let fear prevent you from starting. Just make sure you follow your rules. Now, greed can tempt traders to take on excessive risk, chase higher returns. This often results in over trading. You start to see, hey, this is pretty good. I got 6 winners. This is a good 0 DTE one. Okay, is everybody's posting all these wins on 0 DTE. I got to get in. And then you get in, and then there's a string of 5 losers in a row. And now you traded too big because the first 2 were winners. Okay, and then you sized up from 1 or 2 contracts to 5 to 10 or something. And then you had a string of 5 losers, and boom, you've now just wiped out a small portion of your account, several $1,000s that you may not have wanted to. I came here initially because I was interested in a 0 DTE trading strategy that was being taught by the Income Navigator service. So I came in because that's what interested me. I wanted to branch out my trading, and then I learned all kinds of cool stuff. And then I just like to experiment. And then we came up with the bear trap trade. Then that turned into a 1-1-1, a 1-1-2, and then multiple 1-1-2s, and other things branched off of that. So that's kind of how things just expand when you have a growth mindset and you're always tinkering and trying to figure it out. Well, greed can work the same way. Okay? If you start to overtrade and get too big, just start small. Keep it small, keep it reasonable, okay? And don't try to chase the big returns and ignore. It's hard, man, when you got somebody or 2 or 3 that are posting some massive gains in a day. Hey, I made 3,000, 10,000 today. Okay, that can be, that's FOMO's kicking in now, and greed's taking over. I can do this. Okay, and then you start to do crazy things. It's because somebody else has a large account and can post those ones. Doesn't mean you should. Okay, unless that fits your trading plan. So watch greed. The next one here is overconfidence. Overconfident traders have a tendency to overestimate their abilities and then underestimate the risks involved, which can lead to a false sense of security, causing you to take unwarranted risks. Overconfidence, just because the market hasn't gone down significantly in the last couple of weeks doesn't mean it won't. Okay, just because you haven't lost a 1-1-2 trade in a year doesn't mean it won't, and we should ignore risks or underestimate the risks involved. Okay. We talk about sizing. We talk about planning your trades. We talk about hedges to a small extent here as well. Okay. But understanding what are your risks, okay, and not getting overconfident. I think I've mentioned it on a couple of videos that I trade with a little bit of fear, okay, in there. I don't think I'm not afraid to trade. Okay. I'm not afraid to take a trade. What I don't like is losing. Okay. So I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure I'm putting on trades that are high probability trades that I have a rules-based strategy for. Okay. So when I can do that, I'm going to be much more successful here. So I don't want to get overconfident that, hey, I haven't had any losers and strangles for 3 months. Let's add 20 of them. Okay. No, I'm actually at my lowest number of strangles right now that I've had on in a long time because I don't like the market. Okay. I'm having trouble finding strangles. Now I did put one on today in copper. Okay. Why? IIV. Okay. And I think I'm taking advantage of that right now in copper. Okay, but I only have 4, and normally 6 is my goal. Okay, and then the last thing here is impatience. Impatience can lead to impulsive decisions, such as entering and exiting trades prematurely. It's also causing traders to abandon their trading plans in search of quick profits. Okay, I met with a trader the other day, and we talked. I could tell he's definitely got some fear, okay, in what he's doing, which is preventing him from really going in and doing what he should be doing. And I can tell that some of that fear is also causing impatience, okay, because he's not letting the trade play out. As soon as he starts seeing a little bit of red, he's out, okay. And some of that's fear, so you're letting your emotions dictate your trading plan. Well, there's nothing even in remotely in trouble, but yet you're out. Okay. Yeah, I took a loss. I've already lost hundreds of dollars already on these trades. Okay. Meanwhile, none of the 112 trades have lost any money in a year or so. Okay. But just because they do in the first couple weeks doesn't mean you should abandon it. You can't be impatient with it. And you shouldn't exit trades prematurely. Stick to your plan. Okay. I've got a set of rules. There's 18 rules. You can read through those just to understand how those work and follow your rules. Okay. That being a rules-based trader eliminates a lot of the emotions for me. So managing and recognizing a lot of these emotions is crucial for you to develop a strong trading mindset. Emotions can absolutely cloud your judgment. Emotions will derail your training or your trading more than anything else. Okay, it's going to lead to impulsive actions. You've got to maintain emotional discipline in your trading. If you guys take anything away from today's session, it's what am I suffering from? Any of these 4 things? Is it fear? Is it greed? Is it overconfidence? Is it impatience? What's impacting my trading right now? Which of those, and how do I fix it? One great way is to plan a trade and trade your plan and follow your rules. I don't have a trading plan. Well, what are you doing? Okay. Don't follow my plan. Write your own plan and then rewrite it every single day and night. Okay. Before you go to bed at night, rewrite your trade rules. Rewrite some of your trade plan. Rewrite your goals. When you wake up in the morning, write your goals down. Okay. Have the mindset that I'm going to be successful today. Write why you trade. Okay. At night, before you go to bed, why do you trade? Okay. You can pop some in chat right now. Why do some of you people trade? Okay, why are you trading right now? Is it, I want to make more money, but why? Why do you want to make more money? What are you going to do with that? Okay. I know, they say money doesn't buy happiness, but that was probably written by people who didn't have any money. Okay. Money can buy you a lot of things that can help. Can't buy you health, but it can help your health. Okay. You can invest more in your health. You can take care of your family better. You can create freedom for yourselves. Okay. There's a lot of things that you can do. Okay. Yeah. Rod, you want to replace your corporate income. Okay. Some of you want to trade for a living. Trading for a living is great, but why? Okay. I just want to free myself from the shackles of 9 to 5 corporate America. Why? Okay. What's wrong with 9 to 5 corporate America, depending on what you're making? I mean, if you're making 150, 200 grand a year in corporate America, maybe you shouldn't leave corporate America. Can you make that in trading? Okay. If you're making $30,000, $40,000 out there in the real world, well, maybe you can replace that with trading. Why do you want to, though? Understand your why and write those down. Okay. So, trading's 5 to 9. Yeah. If you didn't like your 9 to 5, wait till you start to get obsessed with trading, okay? And you start getting up at 5 in the morning, Igor put it here, 5 to 9, and you're watching the markets. You guys are look at the posts in this Discord, okay? And I know some of you are in Europe, and I know people are around the world here. I know you guys are all over the world trading, but look at the times that people are posting in here. There's people up at crazy hours. Look at when I'm replying to things sometimes at 11 p.m., 1 a.m., 3 a.m., 5 a.m., 7, noon, 1. Okay. Uh, so understand what you want out of life. But financial freedom, okay, is a great thing to have. But write your goal down. Okay. Making sure that you understand what you want to get out of it. But that's the first steps in creating a great mindset is, why do I want to take care of my family better? My first goal is supplement my income, maybe not to become a trader right away. Supplement my income. Let's see if this works. Okay. Supplementing my income. Now I'm paying for some vacations and some other things for my family and my wife and kids or husband and whoever, partners or whatever it is. Okay. Then maybe you start to make more money and you start to figure it out. But if you don't write down your goals at night and you don't affirm your reasons and your whys, then you may not be in it for the right reasons. So there's a connection between mindset and trading strategies, and your trading mindset is going to be closely intertwined with the strategies that you employ in the market, right? And your beliefs, your attitudes, your emotional responses, they can all shape the way you approach trading. So some key ways, okay, in which your mindset and trading strategy are connected is, number one, risk tolerance. Your risk tolerance is influenced by your mindset. If you've got a growth mindset, you're more likely to embrace calculated risks, okay, and stick to your plan, while those with a fixed mindset may be overly cautious or fearful or reckless. If your mindset is, I've lost money and I'm always going to lose money and I'm just going to lose, and I lost my first trade here. It's timing too. You can jump in. If you jumped into here in the last 6 months, the market's been on a pretty good upswing. If you jumped in here a year ago, the market was heading downward, depending on what trades you put on. If you entered in March into gold strangles, you didn't have a good day. Okay. If you've been in gold strangles since then, you've had pretty good session until today, when gold is only up fractionally, but volatility is up. Okay. Timing is it. But risk tolerance is influenced by your mindset. Your decision making is influenced by your mindset. If you have a growth mindset, you're more likely to make a rational decision based upon your trading plan and your analysis. If you've got a fixed mindset, you're most likely going to let emotions dictate your actions. You're going to watch somebody else in the zero DTE room doing a trade that worked, and you're going to put it on. Okay. And it wasn't for you. Okay. That's an emotional-based decision, is to see what other people are doing here and then just try to shove that thing on without figuring out, does that fit my mindset? Does that fit my trading style? Adaptability. If you've got a growth mindset, okay, you're more adaptable. Okay. If you're open to learning from mistakes and adjusting your strategies, you're going to be more adaptable and be able to trade some different things. If you've got a fixed mindset, you're going to be resisting change. You're not going to be able to adapt. And you're going to be rigid on, I don't like this trade. I don't like this 1-1-2 thing, or I don't like strangles, or I don't like naked puts. Naked puts are scary, okay? Because I've always lost on them. Well, just because you've always lost doesn't mean it's a losing type of strategy. It's just that your strategy may not have been correct. And strangles, there's a lot of people doing strangles out there, okay? I have my own version of a strangle. I like the strangles that I do. They're fairly low delta. They're 90 DTE. I have a specific profit target and a specific stop loss. Those have been tested. They're back tested. I put them into real life examples. I know I have a 90-ish% win rate. Okay, 88, 89, 90% win rate on those strangles. However, there's people out there doing 16 delta, 20 delta strangles with a 100% stop loss and a 25% take profit. Okay, but then they didn't work. Okay. Or you did it and it didn't work for you, okay? Because you just copied someone else's stuff and you didn't make it your own, okay? The growth mindset is, I can learn how to do this. I want to learn, and I'm going to then make it my own. Okay? You may find that you like something different than what we're teaching, but as long as you learn something, okay, and continue to, I think it'll help you. And then resilience. If you've got a growth mindset, it's going to foster resilience in the faces of losses and a lot of setbacks that you have. So traders who believe in your ability to improve are more likely to bounce back from losses and stay committed to your trading goals. You got to have an open mindset that, yeah, doggone it, lost it, I beat it this time. Okay, I'm not revenge trading. Okay, it's I will learn from that. I won't stop out. I stopped out on that gold triangle when it was 150% loser, and then it reversed and became a winner. But I had to stop out because I just assume that it's going to lose, okay, instead of following your plan. Okay? You want to make sure that you're following your plan. So in summary, making sure your trading mindset is not separate from your trading strategies. It's part of it. Your mindset influences your strategies. Your mindset should also dictate what strategies you like. I give you a ton. Okay. Gabe gives you more. Igor gives you more. Okay. There's a lot. And then if you look at member trades, there's more. And if you look in the forum, there's even more. There's 900 ways to skin a cat as far as hedges and trades go. Okay. You got to find what works for you. Okay. And once you have a growth mindset that I can take this trade, I can learn from it, I can learn how to do it correctly without jumping in. Okay. The people that are in, when I'm posting an alert and, people are trying to figure, they're trying to copy every alert that's in small accounts, every trading alert that's in IRAs, every account that's in trading, and then you're trying to copy Gabe's trades or Igor's trades. Okay. You can't copy them all. They're different. They have different backgrounds. You want to learn from them, figure out which ones apply to you, and you got to do that. Make sense? Yes, 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 hopefully. So as you embark, just remember, having that growth mindset is going to be super important for you. I'm going to spend a little more time here on how we develop a trading mindset. So I'm going to just get through this piece today, and then we'll pick this up and continue on. So I want to talk about how you develop a strong trading mindset. And I want you to understand that the concept of why a mindset is crucial and how you cultivate that. And first thing here is cultivating self-awareness. And one of the cornerstones of a strong trading mindset is self-awareness. Okay. And I think you guys are probably thinking, this is deep stuff. I don't know that I want to get into this. I thought he was just going to share trades with me all day. Okay. This is going to make you a better trader. Self-awareness involves recognizing your thoughts and your emotions and your behaviors as they relate to your trading activities. I probably should have capitalized YOUR on every one of these. But by understanding yourself better, you can identify and address the different psychological challenges that are going to help or hinder your performance. So I want to start with journaling. So why I have a journal, okay? Why I have a trading spreadsheet, but I also journal outside of that. There's note taking that goes on. I got notebooks and notebooks and notebooks. I think there's 20 to 30 different notebooks here, and there was more, and I probably threw most out, and I retyped a lot of things that I have. But one effective tool for developing your self-awareness is to keep a trading journal. A trading journal is a log where you're going to record every trade you make along with your thoughts and emotions at the time. This is important stuff, okay? If you don't do this, especially as a newer trader in our service or any service, I don't care whose service you join, okay? You should be journaling your trades, okay? And you want to figure out, number one, your ability to identify patterns. So by reviewing your journal entries, you can identify recurring patterns in your trading decisions. For example, you may notice that you tend to become overly cautious when trading certain assets, or that you frequently deviate from your plan during volatile market conditions. Okay, it's a good one, right? And I'm looking at the market right now. What are we doing? We were up $6. Okay, the market's kind of just been flat and it's tired looking right now. And Santa is apparently here because we're slightly going up each day this week for the Santa rally, but it's not big. But the Santa rally, is only the day after Christmas up until the first 2 days of the new year. That's it. That's the Santa rally. Okay. It's only, and it's averaging, I think the average is a 1% move in that time period. Okay, it's not terrible. Take 1% up in the market over a 1 week period, right? But what's the pattern that I'm looking for? Okay, you know what? Every time I place a gold strangle, I lose. Okay, is it the gold strangle? Is it gold's fault? Or did you enter at the wrong time, the wrong place, okay, the wrong strikes, the wrong IV? Okay, you know I'm not gigantic on volatility, okay, because it can help certainly, okay, but I'm not going to not trade because I got low volatility, or I'm going to starve to death. Okay, I got to make money. I have to be able to put trades on. I'm just going to put on smart trades, hopefully. Okay, volatility helps me make more money in a trade, but it doesn't guarantee that my trade's going to win or lose. Okay, it's going to guarantee how much money I might be able to get out of that, how much premium or how far away I can get. The probabilities are still the probabilities. We talked about this in the Discord here. Okay, that if I get a 7 delta strangle on, okay, what's my probabilities? Well, is it 86% probability of win or loss? Or is it a 93%? Because only one side is going to get tested. We can go back and forth on those all day. But you know, okay, that I still have a roughly 90%, and I changed that by taking profits early and having stops. Okay, that changes the entire probability of profit when you do that. Identifying your patterns. I lost on those gold strangles. What did I do wrong? Okay, I identified what I did wrong in March on gold strangles. Okay, some of you guys know what that is. Okay, and I changed my trading plan because of it. So my new trading plan actually accounts for this. But what happened was Volmageddon. Okay, volatility spiked to 90-some% in a day or two time frame, and I stopped out. But when I looked at it, my strikes were dead center of the strangle. I wasn't getting tested on the up or the downside. I simply had volatility spike. Okay. Wow, that's an interesting fact. Okay. I identified some patterns. Why did I lose? I lost because volatility spiked. Well, Tom, if you had paid attention to volatility in the first place and put it on when volatility was high, it wouldn't have happened to you. Good point. Okay. But my other point is I can modify how I place that trade. Either A, look at more at volatility, or B, I might be willing to withstand a little more pain if I'm not even getting close to tested on either side, because volatility will mean revert. Okay. Prices don't have to. You can stay overbought and oversold for a long period of time. Okay. Longer than you can stay solvent, they say, right? But volatility will mean reverse. Price does not have to. Okay. So if volatility is what's causing me to start to lose on a trade, then maybe I need to be able to withstand the volatility a bit until it mean reverts, as long as the price makes sense to me. Okay. Identifying patterns. Emotional tracking in my journal. So by journaling and looking at those trades, I'm able to figure out why I went wrong. Okay. Emotional tracking. Okay. Allows you to track your emotional responses to different trading scenarios. Are you prone to fear when your trades are in the red? Do you become confident when you're on a winning streak? Do you how many of you have lost on 0 DTE trades because after a great month, you upped your size? Okay. And I know some of you on here because I remember your posts from a year or so ago when things were going significantly awry in 0 DTE land. Okay. Doesn't it feel like as soon as I increase my size, I take a loss, right? So how did you increase your size because you were on a winning streak, or did you increase your size because now your portfolio had grown enough to increase your size? Okay. Well, I'm going to guess that for most of you, it was because you were on a winning streak and you increased your size. It wasn't because your account grew by $60,000. Okay, and now I can size up because you didn't probably win that much money the first time if your size was small. Okay, most of the time you increase size, okay, because you're on a streak. Okay, I increase size because my trading plan says when I'm at this amount, and I change my trading plan based upon the size of my portfolio. That's when I increased my size, because my 2% max loss allows me to change my size. Okay, when I was trading a $250,000 account, or back when I had the $30,000 account when I started here, my size was small, $250,000. Maybe I'm doing 2 contracts. As soon as I hit 300, 310,000, I was able to go from 2 to 3. I didn't do it because I was on a hot streak. I did it because, according to my rules, I can risk more because my account's larger. But if I'm tracking my emotions there, why did you lose? Why did you enter? How are you feeling about it? And then accountability here, a trading journal holds you accountable for your actions. So when you've got a record of your trades and your decisions, it becomes more challenging to deny or rationalize mistakes. Okay. The accountability encourages you to learn from your experiences. Again, this is why I cannot stress enough, and I'm asking you guys to post your trades in member trades. Okay. And if we have to, we'll create another member trades channel because it's getting overblown. Okay. We have hundreds of members on here, but we only get a couple dozen trades being posted. You want to make yourself accountable? Start posting your trades live. Okay. What I don't like is I don't like people posting winners. If you didn't post the original trade, you can't post a winner. Okay. That should be a rule in the Discord channel. Okay. It should be part of Igor. We should put that into getting started. Okay. Shouldn't be able to post wins if you didn't post the original trade and your why. Okay. I want you to hold, and the reason I want you to post your original trade and your why is I want you to hold yourself accountable. And nothing's going to hold yourself accountable like putting your trades out on YouTube and putting your trades into a live trading. Okay. Why do I post on YouTube? I covered it in yesterday's video. I do it because I want to, I do it for myself as much as anything. Do you know how accountable I have to feel? You know how accountable I have to feel when I'm posting every trade live on YouTube? I can't do stupid things. I got to post all my trades live for the world to see. Okay. Everybody in this group and outside this group sees every trade I make in my Income Navigator trading account. Every trade. Okay. I post everything here live for you. Okay. There's no more accountability. And why did I do that? Okay. I started doing that years and years and years ago. I was not a contributing member here. I was just a member here. Gabe, Igor, they were all here before me. This is Igor's service. Okay. I just started learning. I started posting what I did. I got better at what I was doing. I honed some strategies. Okay. But I started posting stuff and I started taking heat for what I was posting. Okay. Because if it's wrong, okay, I look stupid. I don't like to look stupid. So I got to be smarter. I got to get better. And I like Igor challenging me. Why are you doing this? If we do this, here, try this. Let's try the put version of this thing or whatever. Okay. Smart guys like that. You can't be the smartest in the room. Okay. You got to put yourself in a room with accountability. I can't stress it enough. I ask everybody here, post your trades and member trades. Hold yourself accountable. Others can learn from it. Others may also be able to say, hey, what if you did this? Or I did this. Okay. So take my alerts and then don't post in the alert that you did a different trade because it messes up the alert. What I want you to do is post it in member trades that, hey, I took Tom's alert, I stole it, and this is what I did. I made it even better. Okay. This is how I traded. Good. Why? I traded this way because X. Okay. Hold yourself accountable. All right. So recognizing biases. I'm going to, we might finish up with this. We'll see. But another aspect of self-awareness is to recognize your cognitive biases. And if you haven't read books on cognitive bias, go ahead and do that. I train salespeople for a living as well too. And buyers have a cognitive bias. And you as a seller also have that. It can influence your trading decisions. So some common biases include confirmation bias, overconfident bias, and an anchoring bias. So let me talk briefly about those. And I know, again, you're probably thinking, man, it's a psychology lesson. I didn't want to, I don't go to school for this. So confirmation bias. Confirmation bias involves seeking information that confirms your existing beliefs and ignores contradictory evidence. Okay. When you have confirmation bias, you're seeking approval from people as opposed to someone saying, hey, that doesn't work. Okay, that's actually not a really good idea. Okay, traders afflicted by confirmation bias may only consider information that supports their predetermined trading decisions. When you go on YouTube and you love the wheel strategy, you're searching for wheel strategy. Okay, if I put a video out, and I'm probably going to do this in the next 72 hours, I'm going to put a video on why I hate the wheel. Okay, even though I used to trade it, okay, I'm going to put out why I don't like the wheel. Okay, hate's a strong word. I get it. Okay, why I think the wheel's bad. Okay, and my guess is if you trade the wheel, you won't read my post. Okay, because you want something that's going to tell you that, hey, you can make $10,000 a day Okay. Trading the wheel is these guys are posting, oh, make $2,000 a month on $10,000. Trading the wheel. Oh, great. Let me just follow that guy. Okay. And then boom, your account blows up. And because confirmation bias, you were only looking for people that confirm your existing belief. Okay. Overconfidence bias. Overconfident traders tend to overestimate their abilities and underestimate the risks. So they may take on more risk than they should and fail to adequately plan for adverse outcomes. So overconfidence bias, again, you overestimate your abilities. I don't think I overestimate myself. I feel I'm a confident guy. I feel I'm a pretty credible guy. Okay. And when I'm doing training, I want to appear as someone who's credible and confident. Okay. If I wasn't confident, you wouldn't listen to me. Some of you wouldn't be here. All you'd be like, that guy is, I think I'm gonna, if I can't speak clearly and if I don't come across confident, okay, you're not going to believe me. I'm not going to believe me. Okay. But I'm not overconfident. Okay. I'm just confident in following my plan is really what I'm confident in. I'm confident that I worked out a plan that I think makes sense for me. Okay. And I'm pretty confident in my trades, but I'm not overconfident where I'm underestimating the risks. I know what can go wrong. Okay. And the last one here is anchoring bias. So anchoring bias occurs when traders fixate on a specific price or value, often the entry price of a trade. This fixation can prevent you from adjusting your strategies when the market conditions change. Okay, so I'm going to fixate on a specific price. When Tesla gets to 250, I'm going to do this. I mean, what's Tesla at anyway today? Okay, 262. So, hey, if Tesla gets to back to 250, I'm going to keep buying. Okay. Or I got in at 250, so I'm up. Well, just because you got in at 250 and you're up doesn't mean you shouldn't be looking to potentially take profits right now. Okay? Or adjusting your strategy as you go through. So you got to make sure that you recognize these biases. They're crucial for making objective and rational trading decisions. Okay? And constant vigilance, I should say, and self-reflection is really, really important to you guys. It's important to me. Okay. And I think those are some key things that you have. I think I'm gonna wrap it up here before we get into let's just talk about discipline quickly. So I know I keep saying we'll stop, but we'll keep going. Okay. Embracing discipline and patience. So discipline and patience are the twin pillars of a strong trading mindset, and they serve as a safeguard against impulsive and emotionally driven decisions, which are going to lead to significant losses. So let's jump into discipline and patience. So how do you build discipline? Okay. The ability to stick to your trading plan and rules consistently, okay, is discipline. Follow your plan. That's why it's on my trading rules. Okay. What are my trading rules? If you know my trading rules, okay, and I just happen to have them up, plan your trade and trade your plan. Never trade without a plan for exit and entry. My number one trading rule is to plan my trade and trade my plans. Okay, that's my number one rule. Number two, never modify the rules or break the rules during the trade. Okay, those are important to me. Okay, and because of that, I'm following my plan. A disciplined trader adheres to their trading plan without deviation. Okay, I'm not changing my entries, my exits. I'm not changing all of that. Okay, I'm sticking to my plan, and I'm not wimping out beforehand. If I could have closed the strangle at 190 instead of a 200% loss, and I knew it was probably going to 200. But you know what? My plan says 200. I'll take it. Okay, what happens? And how many times have you made a trade where it reversed as soon as you closed it and you closed it early? Anybody? I would assume, okay, that it's happened to everybody here. Okay. I just need to let it go. Rob has never done it, but most of you have here. But yeah, we all have done it. Okay. But if you follow your plan, okay, you're going to be in good shape. Okay. 2, avoiding impulsive actions. Discipline's going to help you avoid impulsive actions like chasing after quick profits, revenge trading. Okay. Being impulsive okay, is often going to result, not even suboptimal results. It's going to be, yeah, Rob, I was kidding too. But it's going to result in suboptimal outcomes. It's going to result in terrible outcomes for most of you. Okay, you got to avoid impulsive actions. Okay, you miss a trade, don't chase. It's FOMO. Okay, just because somebody's posting a trade and they had a big winner, don't just go blast that thing on, man. You got to stop. Okay, and you got to uh, you got to make sure that you're avoiding impulsive actions. How do you avoid impulsive actions? Follow your plan. Super simple. It's why I have a plan. It's why it's written down. It's why it gets modified, not daily, but I do tweak it because I've gone and reviewed things. And then the last thing here is managing your emotions. So disciplined traders, learn to manage their emotions effectively. All right. And they don't let fear or greed dictate their actions. Managing emotions is key for you here, and it's key to maintaining your emotional composure. Okay, I feel like I'm one of the most composed people. There are times when I get a little angry. Okay, mostly not at my trades, mostly at people. Okay, but when it comes to trading, I feel I'm a pretty emotionally cool guy. Okay, it's that Jimmy Buffett beach mindset that I have in life. Okay, that no worries, be happy, follow your plan and just let it go, man. Let it go. And I'm pretty emotionless when it comes to it. I don't care that I took a loss. Look, I until today I was negative for December, and then we closed a naked put on a 112, and now we're up nicely in December. Okay, or at least decently in December. Okay, I took 3 strangle losses this month. Okay, I don't care. I didn't close them early. Okay, I closed them right on when they were supposed to be closed. That happens. I'm still looking at an 88% strangle win rate for the year. I'm not changing anything, okay? Because I can manage my emotions. I feel I am one of the least emotional traders I've ever met in my entire life, okay? I don't get upset. I don't care about losses, okay? And once you've sized appropriately to 2%, you really don't worry about your losses that much, okay? If you're taking a 10, 20% loss, it's not going to be fun, okay? But you didn't follow a plan, or you didn't have a plan, or you didn't follow your plan. So manage your emotions. And then the last thing here is the virtue of patience. Patience is the ability to wait for the right trading opportunities to materialize, okay? It can involve waiting for the ideal setup. So patient traders don't rush into trades. Okay? New members here, don't rush into trades. Be patient. Wait for the market conditions to align with your strategy. My strategy is to put on a trade at 120 days to expiration if I'm doing an LT or a long-term 112. When I go into the trading platform here and I go out to see what are we at right now? Well, April 30th, okay, is 125 days. Oh man, it's 125. Who cares? Just put one on today. I could. I closed a naked put today, which means I have buying power free. I could just put one on 120. I'm okay. I'm going to wait 3 more days, 4 more days, okay, to put that on at close to 120 days. I'm not putting them on early or late, okay, if that's what my trading plan is. Okay, I trade roughly 60 days, so somewhere between 55 and 65 days is my favorite for a standard 112. I'm not going to rush into, I got buying power today, I got to put something on, okay, and I'm panting trying to figure out what to put on. I wanted to put on a strangle in copper yesterday, and you know what? I put that trade on, and I let it sit for 5 hours without adjusting it. I didn't chase it. Okay. I was waiting for my ideal setup. Didn't care. If I don't get one on, I'm not going to die tomorrow. Okay. Holding positions. Okay. Patience extends to holding your positions for as long as the trading plan dictates. It prevents you from prematurely exiting trades due to fear of impatience and allowing you to capture more significant price movements. Okay. You got to just hold on. Okay. If you want to do adjustments and stuff, fine. If that's part of your plan, great. But what I want you to do is hold it for as long as the trading plan dictates. What was your plan? Okay. Don't ask me, well, should we get out? Should we start adjusting? If I'm not adjusting, I don't know, maybe if your plan's different than mine, then adjust. Okay. Otherwise, I'm not adjusting. Okay. Good question this morning about an oil CL112 trade. Okay. We're up on this one oil trade now 119% on a 112. Great. Okay. Should we be closing something? Should we be doing something to lock it in? Because the naked put's only at 85%, which means if the naked put's only at 85% and the trade's up 120%, then the put debit spread's got to be doing something nice. Okay. Well, it's not profitable on the put debit spread. It's down fractionally, but it's not down as far as it should be. Okay. So the put debit spread hasn't decayed enough. Can you at that point roll or close? You can. Okay. But my trading plan says I'm not going to make an adjustment unless I'm up at least 25% in my put debit spread. Okay. So I'm not doing anything because my plan says don't do it. I'm going to hold. Okay. I'm not jumping on it. Well, I got a naked put right now that's up 67%. It's up $2,460 right now, a naked put in oil. Okay. I'm up $2,400. I could close it today, make my P&L for December look even better so that I can post on YouTube how great I am. Okay. But I'm not closing it. Okay. Because my trading plan is to not close it at this level. Okay. I have a specific target. It's 77 cents. We're at $1.20. I'm not closing. I'm going to hold on to this sucker. Okay. Now, if the market completely goes the other way and, something significant starts to happen, I'll look at it. Okay. But right now I'm holding my position. And then the last thing here, I'm patient. I'm not in a hurry. I don't have to trade. It's for many of you, you're off this week. So some of you are working. I'm only working here with you guys. I'm not working outside of this. I mean, I had one sales call today that I was doing training for a guy, a new sales rep, but I'm not really working this week. I'm taking off and I'm really not looking at the market that much. I don't care. I put on a trade today because I like where we are. Okay. Avoiding over trading. So patient traders resist the urge to overtrade, which is going to deplete your capital quickly. And you understand that not every day or every hour presents a high quality trading opportunity. Okay. Don't overtrade. Don't try to catch up in this service in the first 2 weeks that you're here. Okay. Discipline and patience takes time, takes practice, setting clear trading rules, sticking to them, and controlling your impulses. Okay. That's the keys to getting started on developing a great trading mindset. So a couple of key things that we went through today is understanding you got to build discipline by having a plan and managing your emotions. You got to be patient out there. You got to understand what the power of journaling is and tracking your trades and your emotions involved with those trades as well. And then you also have to understand those key emotions in trading: fear, greed, overconfidence, impatience. Everything really revolved around those that we talked about today. Put together some of this stuff in your trading plan. I'm going to give you guys some books on trading mindset in the next session that we do on this. So we got a couple more sessions on this. We're at an hour here, and I want to keep it to this. I want you to really start to think about how you're going to manage your emotions. How do you create more discipline and be more patient as a trader? Okay. Igor's patient. He's Monday, Wednesday, Friday on a trade. He's not putting some of them on Tuesdays and Thursdays. When the trade comes up, he puts it on. When my trade comes around, I put it on. Okay. There's days where we don't trade. It's okay. Okay. If I have the buying power, I'm trading. If I don't, I'm not trading. Okay. I can sit here and be as patient as anyone else and go out and go do something fun with my family or friends or whomever. Right. So work on your discipline, work on your patience here. Make sure you have a trading plan. If you don't have a written trading plan, I want you to get that done. You can post it in the trading plan forum. If you want us to take a look at it, we will. Post your trading plans in the forum. Again, hold yourself accountable. How do you hold yourself accountable? You let the members of this fantastic community interact with you. Post your trades, post your trading plan, interact with the community, post ideas in the forum. Okay? That's how you become great. You put yourself in a room with smart people and you hold yourself accountable. You don't go out there on YouTube and you just watch a bunch of free videos and think, I'm just going to do what this guy says he's doing. And then it doesn't work for me because I can't figure out how to do it. Okay. You got to join a group. You got to be in a group of people that hold you accountable. Okay. Hold yourself accountable by starting to post more trades. All right. I hope this was helpful for you guys out there. I will post this up in our Discord, maybe even post it up on YouTube for people. But I want you guys to really start to work on your trading plan, managing your emotions, okay, and work on your trading mindset. If we do that next year, I think that's going to be great for everybody here. We're all going to be in good shape. And I know there's things I got to work on too. We got to work on everything. So I've got plenty of weaknesses. Okay, somebody asked, what are the weaknesses I'm going to work on for next year? Man, I got so many weaknesses that I can't even list them all right now, because I know that I don't know everything, okay? And I need help from other people to hold me accountable. Okay, I want to get better at it. I want to figure out why I had some losing trades. I also want to figure out how to put on some better trades. And I'll tell you what, I want to figure out how we're going to help more people be successful. So on that note, we're going to let you guys go. Have a great rest of your day. We'll see you guys in the Discord channel. Enjoy a fantastic holiday week off. If you're off, if not, enjoy some time with your friends and family. Trading will get you there. Okay, just be patient, put a discipline plan together, and we're all going to get there together. Take care, everybody.